have to run across the road.
The councils have put out the welcome sign to every special interest. The Brent African Women's Council, already subsidized by the borough, demands and gets certain food changes in the schools, trying the patience of the borough's education chief, himself a dedicated non-racist socialist.
What do they have? Do they have okra soup? Have they got jollof rice? Do they eat fufu? And yam, plantain?
We are providing yam, for example, at lunchtime in schools as a staple vegetable.
Councillor Anderson, I went to my son's school when I visited. I went at lunchtime. I did not see yam or plantain.
Just because it wasn't there today, it doesn't mean to say it isn't there other days. Because there's a different menu every day. Every day we've got 5 different dishes.
How can you justify the fact that my child goes to school, an African child goes to school, or you want me, in fact, I would not like my child to go to school every day and eat the so-called European food. I want my child to eat African food.
Kuba Assegai was on the Board of Governors, a kind of local group of supervisors of 2 inner London schools. He was overheard telling youngsters that the United States had developed a race bomb that would be fatal only to black people.
You don't believe this?
Seriously, I do. I do. I do, and not only me believe it, lots of other people believe it.
And the police. The police have been barred from entering a number of schools, and that includes drug abuse or even road safety lectures.
Listen, I'm a governor of 2 schools. I've instructed both headmasters that if they let the police into any of those schools, they better be looking around for a job.
You serious?
Damn right.
What if there's an accident in there that requires police attention?
They call me.
Why?
We decide whether or not the
Why not the police?
If you look at the number of people who've been killed by the police over the last year, particularly here in London, it adds up to about 60. About 60 people. Yes, 60.
That's a questionable statistic.
Yes, it's a questionable statistics, but no, the monitoring group said it was 60. Now,
you don't believe it was 60?
It's not what I believe. Just like, how do you believe the police is so perfect?
The number is more like 8 people. And that includes prisoners dying of heart attacks and drug overdoses, as well as 2 actual shooting incidents. But the numbers game would seem to be just one part of a campaign to undermine confidence in the police.
British police! We have got no justice in this country, and we will take it, doesn't matter what. If it means that we must kill today, then we must kill.
Actors were hired for a professional video for distribution in the schools. It shows police brutalizing black people.
You're under arrest! You're not right! You are under arrest!
Posters have been placed in a number of schools. They list incidents of police brutality, carefully selected out of genuine investigations, which some see as small truths piled up to form a big lie. Both poster and video were distributed by a committee with the misleading title of Police Support Unit.
One of the things I've been looking at is a teacher's packet here on teaching of Auschwitz, yesterday's racism, which seems to deal very fairly, a very straight way with the horrors of the Holocaust.
And then suddenly you find that young people are being asked to make links between the horrors of Auschwitz and problems in contemporary Britain, such as, for example, the behaviour of our police, or so-called anti-trade union legislation. Now, for me, that is shocking because it trivialises the horrors of Auschwitz. It also suggests to our young people that our problems are of the same kind. If you look at the material which is being produced, it is going in a very extreme direction. For example, the so-called anti-sexism in some of our local authorities now involves presenting what is called positive images.
When Haringey Borough Council decided that it would go beyond simply ending discrimination against lesbians and homosexuals, but would urge that homosexuality be encouraged in the schools, it hit a nerve in a community that had hitherto been supportive or indifferent to the council's policies. The anger centered on a couple of books, especially this one, Jenny Lives with Eric and Martin, a picture book about a little girl, age 5, who lives with her father and his homosexual lover. The Haringey Parents' Rights Group turned up at the council meeting to complain. The council, with its labor majority, voted to have those hated racist police remove the parents. Bernie Grant is leader of the Haringey Council.
Reverend Mayor, can I say that I have not been supplied with a copy of the book, Generalized with Eric and Martin. I've been supplied...
Our children are seeing it. Why hasn't the leader of the council seen it?
Shut up, he's wasting time.
The third part of the question asks whether I support fully the council's homosexual and lesbian policies. The answer to that is yes.
There is a genuine feeling among the parents group that what is at stake here goes way beyond homosexual rights or positive images, that it is a direct ideological attack on the family. Another book that angers them is an American publication for age 5 and up, which includes a how-to on masturbation.
That's not what I sent my child to school for. I would like them to raise the academic level of the school, not to teach my children about gay and homosexual activities.
I'm so shocked.
Do you have children in school in Haringey?
Yes, I have 2, yes. And I mean, if they're teaching, I'll tell you, I'll take them out of school. There's no way I'm having my kids talk that rubbish. No way.
Why shouldn't it be left to us parents to teach our children what we want?
The defense of this is that they're trying to say that they're trying to teach the children non-sexism, non-racism.
But where does it end? Why can't we teach our children that? It's the way we bring up our children.
Do you think that there is political indoctrination going on in the schools?
Political indoctrination. All these big words. I mean, I'm just a normal mum, you know. But they're using their politics with our children. They're not going to. Not mine.
Out of order. They want to ruin family life. I, for one, will never, ever vote for them again.
No return to Victorian values.
When a small group from Parents' Rights assembled to hold an all-night vigil at the Haringey Town Hall, it was met by a counter-protest of gay liberation people bussed in from all over London. This time the abuse was just verbal. Other times the women were urinated upon.
You are the ones that want to come in and dictate to our children what's right. What you do behind your own doors is your business, but don't put it down on top of our children and down our throats.
These women are not by any definition what the British called gay bashers, nor are they right-wing fanatics. They are, or were, Labour supporters, many of whom now believe that social justice gone haywire can be no justice at all.
The bigots, the pathetic little bunch of bigots to it.